and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to dive down into Kerby Rosanes' Animorphia title. Excuse me. So to date, Animorphia has the largest variety of different things that you can get, all from the same title, all containing the same pictures or parts of the pictures. So he has, that I know of, 5 different things you can get. One of them being the poster book, the Animorphia poster book, which I do not have yet. I am on a mission to get that along with the Imagimorphia poster book because I have a, an affinity for needing the whole collection of some artists, and Kerby is one of them. I'm a huge fan of his, and I really like his style, his artwork. So all that said, let's dive in. We're going to do some flip throughs. We're going to do some comparisons. We're going to talk about different things. I'm going to give you my opinion on certain aspects of some of these books. So let's start with his postcard book. So his postcard book, there's 20 cards in here, and they are smaller. So the doodles, a lot of people don't like the doodles because, especially in this book, because they're so much smaller than in one of the other bigger books. But they do have, a little bit back here with their postcard information. The great thing about this is a great, throw it in your purse. You can take it with you to the doctor, to any kind of, I take it with me. Books like these. I have other postcard books. I take it with me to even school functions when I'm sitting there waiting for my kids to start their basketball game. I'll pull it out and I'll color a little bit. So this picture here with the little dinosaurs is just a doodle part from the very first these. And I want to call them elks. I'm not really sure. So it's this section right here on this page, is this little section here in the postcard book. And there's a lot of them in here. Well, I shouldn't say a lot. There's 5. There's 5 in here that are just sections of certain pages in this book. So you got your owl with the black background, which I really like. Your chameleons. And this section right here is part, it's just part of, I believe it's the title page. No, maybe not. I know that it's part of one of the pages in there, which again is just the flowers and some doodles with the bees. So this is just part of the swordfish. You got your toucan, your bull. This is part of the baboon in the big book. It's a baboon. It's just a section of the doodles again. You got your eagle. You got the butterflies, and like these doodles are so super, super, super small. It would take fine liners, gel pens, something like that. This is from the cheetah, a doodle section from the cheetah. You got your rooster, your little monkeys, chimpanzees. I'm not really sure what those are. This is from the macaw again, but it's flipped. So this was going the other way. It was the back half, and all of this was mirrored. That's the little doodle section. You got your snakes with the black background, which I like because I can just see these, pop out. Have fun with it with some bright neon colors. So these are your wolves. Got your bird. This is another one, just the doodle section from the tiger. And I don't know if you guys can see, let me zoom in here. If you guys can see how small these doodles, parts of these doodles are. The flamingo, and that is it. So that is the 20 postcards in this book. Now, the postcard book runs you about $10 on Amazon right now. I checked those prices. And of course, links for everything is going to be down in the description. Okay, so let's go and we're going to dive into the Animorphia notebook. So this, it does have a this open flap here, and I thought that it was an envelope, but it's not. And then you get to the This Book Belongs To page, and in here is just, you get parts of the pictures and this really cool, like, I don't know, I thought it was kind of neat, just these orange accents on the pages, which makes it pop out. And then, of course, you have your areas to write, to journal. I like things like this just to write quotes in. I'm a huge quote fanatic. I love writing down quotes in my journals and on notebooks everywhere. Now in this, there's a few pictures that are not in his Animorphia book. Like, I could not find this one with all the animals. Now I think it's in with the, maybe with the hares, but I don't think so. Like, this has a little bit of all the animals in it. But you have your empty space where if you wanted to write, you could. Some of them are just, you know, the pictures. But like I said, I really like these orange accents that just pop off the page. So I'm just going to flip through this really quick. Now with this book, I found it on Amazon and it was right around $7, but the only thing is it's not Prime. So if you have Prime, it's not covered under Prime, so there is a shipping cost of $3.99. So you're looking at around, what is it, $11 for this notebook. And if you compare that price to some of the others, if you're not, you know, if you don't want just the notebook aspect of it, there are other options. I'm sorry if I'm going quick. Like I said, this is just the notebook, and I just wanted to show it off because I personally like it, especially if you're going to be writing. You normally write with, you know, pens, fine liners, gel pens, whatever. So as you're writing, you can do some of the doodles. Or as you're sitting there talking on the phone, you can write down your notes in here. And then when I'm on hold or whatever, I'm always drawing circles, stars, lines. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm always just doodling something while I wait on hold. And then again, you have your back that flaps open. Okay, so now let's get down to his newest book. That's my one that I have. I'm very opinionated on. This is the removable frameable pages, Sea and Sky. I want to compare it to some of the pictures in the original Animorphia book and give you guys my opinion on it. Now let's start off first. So this is the title page. We're going to compare here. And this is the title page in Animorphia. So they're a little bit different, but this is the Sea and Sky, so that's to be expected. What's really cool about this book, though, is it's glued. There's this open, well, mine opened up as soon as I tried opening the pictures, but it's kind of glued, so you can just take the pages, you can tear them off the glue. It's not perforated, so this way, you know, you can frame them and you don't have that perforated edge. So we're going to keep on going here. So the two This Belongs To pages are identical. They're the same image, just this one shrunk down a little bit. So that one is the same. So now we're on to these horses, and I have tagged all of these, so hopefully it'll be a little bit quicker. Now these horses here is what you find on this side. and they're the same. It goes a little bit into here, but all the rest of it is the same. So the next one is going to be the macaw. And as you can see, there is a lot of it that is the same. And it cuts off right about here where the turtle is where this is. And these are so small. Like the little roses in here are so tiny. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's zoom you in so you can. That might have been a little bit too far. But yeah, some of the doodles, especially down in this area, are very small, which again, if you're going to use fine liners or something, not a big deal. Move back out a little bit. Okay, so then next up we have the bird. And of course in this one we get the entire picture from this one to this one. And then the next page will be this one. And you get the entire picture there too. They are identical. They're just, again, a smaller version. So now we're going to move on to number 5. There are 20, well, if you count the title page and the This Belongs to You page, there's 23 pages total. Okay, so now we're on to this. So this page and this page are the same. You do get this butterfly that's down in the spine on here. This page I don't mind because these, if I wanted to draw, you know, like little circles or something in them, or just color them solid, I could. But this is one of those pages that I'm not sure, because the details are so small, and these naked butterflies, I call them naked because there's nothing on them. I don't know if I would actually frame this particular one. You know, this book says that, you know, they're frameable pages, and I think that was the intention of this page, or this whole book, was to be able to, you know, tear these out and to frame them. So this one I'm kind of on the fence on. Okay, so moving on. Now we have the eagle. And that's, you know, it goes pretty far. It's almost a whole picture. Hopefully you guys can see that. So there's the big picture and the small one. These are the pages that I just have an issue with. Okay, so first off, and I have to say something. Let me go back to this page here, because we're talking about it being frameable. If I'm going to frame this, I would rather this not be here, where it says create more creatures riding the waves. That's just something that I wouldn't want on the picture once it's colored. I wouldn't want that on the frame, because I wouldn't create more creatures over here. I would just color this like waves. Okay, just my opinion though. And that's the same thing with this. You know, fill the page with more bats. And that's just not something that I would do. I'm not the world's greatest drawing person, drawer, I guess you could say. And I don't know, maybe if I like paper piece something and then collage, you know, kind of collaged around it and painted it in and, you know, brought it all together, maybe. But again, it's fill the page with bats. So I would have to literally paint or take some markers or something and cover that up. Okay, so the owl. Now I like the owl. You get part of the wing that's here, and I know they probably just took the file of this big page. They just took the file and they shrunk it down, and I understand that. I just wish that they would kind of pick better pictures than some of the doodle ones. That's just me personally. But so we have the owl, which is the same. The turtles, of course. Now, the turtles are on this page, like that. So it's this side of the page, just all put, but another one, you know, where they're naked. And you would have to, you know, draw your own in. The only plus side to this is it doesn't have, like it says here, decorate the turtle shells. That's not on here, so there is no writing. So again, you could doodle if you guys like, if you doodle good. I don't doodle good. I just doodle when I'm bored. Okay, so we're going to move on to Mr. Whale, and it's literally just his head. You get a little bit of the body, but it's mainly just his head, which I really like because it's an underwater scene, and just this little section of doodle, some fish, and then the big whale. I really do enjoy this picture in here. Another one that drives me crazy, and you guys are going to hear me say that quite a lot in this. The only good thing that I do like about this page compared to this is all of the fish that are in the spine in the book are right here. So you don't have, to fight with that spine if you wanted to color this picture. But again, it has the words in it, and these plain fish with these really doodled in, we'll call them fancy fish. So then you got just this, I think maybe it's a kraken, octopus. I think it's a kraken. I'm not sure. But then you got just that section here, which I really liked. Again, with the draw more jellyfish to fill the page. I don't know. Those pages just bother me when it is a frameable picture. And like I said, if you guys are a great artist, that's great. It's just not for me. So the rooster, that's really cool. I know roosters are a popular thing, especially in a lot of kitchens. So that'd be kind of cool to color and to put up. Again, with the orcas, I'm not going to go into that. You guys know how I feel. Plus side is the ones that are in the spine are kind of presented better in this book. So then we have our toucans. Now this, they took the same thing. And like I said, they're like going into the spine just a little bit, but giving you a better version of it here. So, you get this part of the picture shrunk down. So you get a little bit of his beak and then the full toucan. So this, you just get the front part from this stripe here over is what you get in this book. Again, the bees, draw more bumbling bees. You guys, I don't, let me know what you think about this. If you are not a person who is an artist or likes to draw or can draw good, if you are just like me and have little to no drawing skills, what you guys think about this, because again, it's a frameable page book. It's driving me crazy. I do like a lot of the images like this, because they are smaller, which, that's something that I can color. So now we're on to the crows. Doodle more crows. I'm not going to repeat myself. You know how I feel. We're going to move on to the very last page, which is the owls. This is one of my favorite pictures in Animorphia, this big owl here. And I like how it's just that one with the wings spread, because I think that's an absolute gorgeous picture. And I would do that one for sure. So that is the end of the book, the frameable with the removable pages. And if you can see, it's quite a bit smaller. It is like two and a half shorter from the top, and it's a half an inch shorter on the sides here. So it is, a smaller book, which is nice, and they would fit in the frame beautiful. But I do have an issue with a lot of the pages in here with the doodles. So again, let me know your opinion on that. And also let me know which Kerby book is your favorite if you're a Kerby fan. I can't decide. I really like Animorphia and Mythomorphia. I think those are two of my favorite. Although in this title, Animorphia, I do have a couple of pictures that really stand out that are my favorite picture. But as for my favorite titles, it has to be Animorphia or Mythomorphia. They're kind of in the race there together. So again, you got your coloring book, his new release, Sea and Sky. Now this book right here, The last time I looked, it was around $8 for his newer book, and then his original book is right around $13. So again, you have to, decide what your price range is and what you're looking for. And then he does have his Color Morphia book, which does have some Animorphia pictures in it, and that's running about $8 right now. I know it was on sale for a while. So with the Color Morphia, though, I say if you want a Kerby book and you don't have any, I would suggest Color Morphia being your first one to go to, just because it has a little bit of all of his books in that one book, and it's a good starting point to see, like, oh, I really like this picture. Then you can reference that picture and see what book it came out of. And then you can see some pictures out of that book and see if that's the route you want to go. Okay, so that is it for tonight. If I get this video up, then it'll be up before Thursday. I know in my last video I said that I probably wouldn't do one before Thanksgiving again, but it was a quiet night tonight. The boys went to sleep kind of early, so I had some time on my hands, and I've been having issues sleeping from pain and things like that. So I figured, why not sit here and do a quick video for you guys? All right, happy Thanksgiving to those who celebrate again, and thanks. Thanks for all your support, and I will be talking to you guys later. Bye.